evening and a warm welcome to Tete at Suvees Power Meet in collaboration with Brand You Here. Today is the third day of Navratri. So wishing all of you all a very, very happy Navratri. Navratri's third day is the day of Ma Durga Swaroop as Chandraghanta. And today it's amazing that we have a wonderful guest with us, a wonderful woman who inspires us, who's an inspiration to so many. It's an honor to have her on my talk show, Tete at Suvees Power Meet, in collaboration with Brand New Here. The one and only Rajalakshmi Kameshwar Joshi. Let's welcome her, everyone. So good to have you. How are you,
Yeah,
Rajalakshmi?
I'm doing great, and I
So-
hope every one of you, whoever is watching, is also doing great, and everyone is safe, happy, and it's such a pleasure to be with you, Suhani. Really, and I mean,
Thank you.
uh, we met just before the lockdown, and
Yes, yes,
yeah, it was during that fashion show, and
yes,
it was
absolutely.
yeah, and now and being virtual.
That's great.
That is really nice. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, to let our viewers know, uh, Raj Lakshmi more about her. Well, sh- there's so much to that I can say about her, and there's so much to know about her. Raj Lakshmi Joshi is a TEDx speaker. Has spoken on TEDx, that's BECA, and she's spoken on TEDx, that's VCE, and she's spoken on a whole lot of the other TEDx events. She's a public speaker. She's a motivational speaker. She's a storyteller and has anchored various events apart from having appeared on numerous television debates on popular Indian channels like Republic, Times, now CNN, News 18, Z News, News X, Bharat, Republic Bharat, India Ahead, and so on. She's also anchored and moderated various prestigious events. She's doesn't stop here. There's lots more. She's a corporate trainer. She's a life coach, a wellness coach, and she's an architect and interior designer. And on top of that, writer, editor, environmentalist. She is the head of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao for the Thane district, a political analyst, a social activist, and so much more to her. So it's great having you, Raj Lakshmi. So really would like to know from you. I mean, an amazing uh, 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 the number of things that you have been doing, the various things that you have been doing. You have your own interiors and architect firm, and on top of that, you're a motivational speaker. On top of that, you're a coach, and I've heard you talk or your TEDx talks. I've heard they're simply phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So tell us all about it, Raj Lakshmi, as how it started off for you and how the your journey that you have reached here till today.
Okay. Thank you so much, Suhani. That was such a beautiful introduction, and just and I can feel the warmth, and I can our admiration is mutual because you have been encouraging so many people. You have been doing such fabulous work even during the lockdown. So, and you are one of those people who, have been making the most of the lockdown. So I would say, that I've always believed, in creating,
Right,
opportunities
right,
out of
right,
adversity. So,
right, right,
what maybe, creating an opportunity out of them.
right, right, right.
And I've always felt, that the sky is the limit. If
Sure, 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 sure.
you really believe that, you can do something, if you have an idea, if you feel that you can do something, you must go ahead and achieve it. So, I have been a creative person. So that is why, my foray into architecture, like that was something that I definitely started out with. But even as a child, I was very fond of writing poetry, writing stories. I was a creative writer. So that is how, I got into writing. And obviously that creative streak was there. It was
Right,
definitely there. So, that just to put things into perspective, an
right,
architect needs to be a lot of things as it is.
right,
Okay.
right,
Like
right, right,
we need to be able to design, we need to be able to visualize, we need to be able to,
right,
maybe uh, uh, advocate, or put across our designs to the authorities, and put it
sure.
across, them. So then we are like a lawyer.
Right,
We need to be aware of the laws. We need to understand the psychology of a person,
yeah,
and understand what exactly the person wants.
right,
So not like I want to design something, so you better live in it like that. No, it's not. That
yeah,
doesn't work. I have to
right,
understand what is your dream about your house. Okay,
right,
so I have to understand your psychology. I have to understand what goes through into your mind. So then there are a lot of things that an architect has to uh, understand, or an architect has to master in order to be able to perform as an architect.
correct,
So as you
correct,
know, like I've always been interested in a lot of different aspects. So I was into a lot of writing, and then I did have a lot of setbacks and failures also. The and what I personally believe is that, you know it is when you have these setbacks or challenges or these failures that, you are pushed. You feel that, no, I
true,
have to do it. Because if you
right,
have everything comfortable, you have everything going smoothly,
yeah,
then you don't get that push. You don't feel
right,
that action. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. So, it's like, these failures or these challenges or these setbacks, they are what, they don't set you back, they set you ahead. So I've
true,
had some failures, due to which I went through some difficult times. I went through little depression also. And I looked for a little spiritual guidance from my guru. So then that is
hmm,
when, with the help of, a lot of spiritual guidance from my guru, I
yeah,
actually was I co-edited a spiritual newsletter.
yes,
So
yes,
that, for spreading positive news, for spreading
yes,
positive vibes. And it was not
right,
about religion. It was definitely about the activities of my Guruji's mud. That was definitely
right,
there. But at the same time,
right,
it was about bringing together positive vibrations from everybody, and uh, making sure that, people get a right way of thinking, because then there's so much of negativity around. So then you have to be able to, there is no other way to get rid of negativity other than bringing in positivity. So that
right.
was exactly what I was trying to do. When
Superb,
I was,
superb.
yeah, with
Right,
that,
right,
with, with Setu, which means a
yes,
bridge.
right.
So it was bridging people with good thoughts, bridging people to people, and
Hmm.
bringing together everybody for some positive works also, so that there are some good
Right.
initiatives brought out. So
Correct.
that is how I got involved into social initiatives also. And
Right.
then I was pretty active on social media, like on Twitter and all. And like I told you, I was fond of writing also. So I had
Yes.
my own
Yes.
blogs, and I was very vocal about some issues, and not just
Right.
something like this herd mentality doesn't
Yes.
don't allow
Yes.
anyone to stand out. So
Correct.
I always approached any subject with, just because somebody told me some news, I did not accept it. I
Correct.
researched,
Correct.
I went to the bottom of things, I tried
Correct.
to find, and then I voiced my opinion about it independently. So that is
Right.
how people started
Right.
noticing or observing,
Right.
and
Right.
I guess that is why, they started approaching me for my views on different
Right.
subjects. That
Correct.
is how today I speak on various subjects. Like
Yes.
even today, 7 o'clock, I will be on Times Now on some on some very firebrand topics, and it's about
That's it's so amazing, the number of things that you speak about, and that means your knowledge of various subjects, that you can talk about. It's brilliant because I was just reading up whether it's mental health or whether it's something related to politically, or something related to the current topic which is happening. But one thing I have to salute you. I remember even when we were in conversation, we were talking before also, you told me, I really admired the fact and that you said that yes, herd mentality is not you. You are somebody who really takes that initiative of researching, of finding out yourself and getting to know more about it. And that's why it's always a pleasure to watch you. Whenever I open a news channel and I mean, you're flipping through all the news channels and then suddenly you see Republic and I know that's Raj Lakshmi. Oh, I know. Then go to
okay.
Times. Okay, I know. It's so much of excitement. And whenever I've heard you speak, you've already always put your thoughts. There's so much of clarity in it. There's so much of clarity, and you know what subject you're talking about. So that's such a fantastic learning that, it's not always about hearsay, as you said, it's not about hearsay. It's always about research. It's about knowing your subject. So that's completely fantastic that what you do, Rajlakshmi, and what an amazing journey that you've had. It's really great. In fact, there's lots more that we want to know. You have done a wonderful thing with Swati Piramal, that was really related to arts and culture, and that was an amazing thing of storytelling with art. So, if you could give us more insight about it, please.
Yeah, so this is a very significant time that we are talking on.
Yes,
This is like during Navratri. So,
right,
yeah, I'm sorry. A very Shubh Navratri to all of you. And, so this is, I think, in our excitement, I forgot to wish everyone a very Shubh Navratri. And it was exactly a year ago that I was at Dr. Swati Piramal's that
right,
they have some residential projects going on in Mumbai, where
right.
they had this beautiful initiative of uh, decorating the different
Right.
venues with the use of some small dolls, some small figurines, and in Tamil Nadu tradition.
Hmm.
And this style of decoration, this ritual, it's called Golu.
Oh,
And
how sweet. Golu.
yeah, it's such a sweet name.
Yeah.
So, uh, so this is something that if you visit any of the Tamil households during this time, you will find, they will have, each one will have, some in their own style they will decorate it. And
Right.
and there is a little hierarchy also in that. That is, you have, some like you have the Trimurti at the top, you have like Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, right? It's in a pyramidal form.
Okay. Right.
You have structure where you have different rows, and right on the top you have Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and then you have some deities and some gods, and then you have scenes also from cultural life, like you have wedding
Correct.
scenes,
Correct.
you have scenes from, you have scenes from different stories. So the basic idea behind all of this is, I'm guessing that the idea behind all of this is to bring together people, obviously, and also to invoke the children to try to understand the stories, and to make them a little more curious. So
Right.
so that when children look at it, they will want to know what each one of them signify, what is the story behind each one of it. And also the dolls, they are also, they are carved and they are made in a very special way. Like there are
Correct.
different kinds of, you don't have like some normal, it's not like Barbie dolls or something. You have
Yeah.
a traditional form of those dolls. So
How
in a
sweet.
way you are promoting that art also, and you're
Yes. Yes.
promoting the art of
Absolutely.
storytelling also. Have you
Right.
ever uh, noticed that you understand something better when somebody
Right.
tells you a story about it, rather than
Yes.
somebody going on
Always.
giving you
Yes.
preaching a sermon. If I tell you a small story, you will understand the concept behind it much better.
Very easy. Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
so when a child is told, like
Right.
that is how I did it. Like I showed them, there were a lot of visitors from all
Right.
different religions, from different ethnicities, from different communities. And
Wow.
it was not about selling a religion or about giving them religious sermons. It was about explaining to them
Right.
significances, some different values. Like, for example, I
Right.
told them about Durga Mata. I showed them the idols of Durga Mata and Kali
Right.
Mata also.
Right.
So the idea was that a woman,
Right.
she can play different avatars depending on whatever she is doing. So
Yes.
somebody as timid and as as pretty and as beautiful
Yeah.
as Parvati Mata, she can take
Yeah.
the avatar of Saraswati Mata, she can take the avatar of Lakshmi Mata, and also, if and when provoked, or if and when necessary, she can take
Right.
the avatar of Kali Mata also, and Durga
True.
Mata.
True.
So
True.
it's like
True.
to protect her children. Like,
Yes.
see, we are all children of Parvati Mata. So to
Yeah.
protect her children, like I explained to them the story of Mahishasur, where
Yeah.
there was this wicked demon who, the devtas, they went and approached Parvati Mata and said, we need some protection against, because he was doing a lot of, he was a demon. And he was, so then her slaying of the Mahishasur, that is what that Dasahara is all about.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
so it is the significance of the victory of good over evil.
Good
At
equal.
the same
Yes.
time, it also shows how a woman can, she can rise up to the occasion, and
Mm-hmm.
you can, it's all in your mind basically. So
Absolutely.
you, if and when necessary, you definitely have the strength to become Durga Mata. So nothing can stop you. It's like,
Yes.
I told them that the entire universe came down at the Durga Mata's feet, because
Yes.
uh, there was nothing stopping her, and she was the most powerful, because
Yes.
that is the strength, that is the strength of Nari Shakti. And And
Super.
so Shakti is what is worshipped
Yes.
during
Yes.
Navratri. And
Yes.
this is
Yes.
exactly that, that woman power, that womanhood. I think, we don't need someone else to empower us. We are
Right.
empowered. We have to just
Yes.
open our own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That
Very,
is
very well said. And what a right time, because the Navratri is on, and just, that time you're talking about, uh, the different forms of Mataji, Ambe Ma. It's amazing, and how a woman can be powerful, and when it comes to, especially when we were talking, I remember, you told me that if she has to look after her child, she will do anything, or if she has to look after her loved one or her family, oh, she can actually take the roop of Durga, and she will not allow anybody
yes,
to harm,
yes,
anybody
it
around
is.
her. So,
It is all over nature actually. Like even say maybe a
yes,
cat or a dog. Also, if you look at different animals
yes,
also, and the same
yes,
goes in
yes.
humans also. So it's
True,
like
true.
a mother is so protective
Yes,
about the child
true.
that the most demure and the most mild looking woman also can definitely protect the child
Become, yes.
with most. Yes, yes. So it's like, and this is how it should be. You have to
Yes,
realize it.
absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Rajalakshmi, very well said. This brings me to ask you. I really want to. I've been wanting to say this to you for the longest time, and what better platform than this to tell you? I really want to salute you, and the way you have been, in the way you have been supporting Sushant Singh Rajput's case, and how nicely you have been going on at it, and it's commendable. It's really truly commendable, and I want everyone who's watching this to know that Raj Lakshmi Kameshwar Joshi, we have seen her on various TV channels, on various debates, on various news channels, but even when it came to this case, which was absolutely the thing where people were discussing, but you took the route which you took, the path which you took of supporting him and supporting him in the correct manner. I completely salute you, and I want to really say that absolutely proud of you, Raj Lakshmi. It's great that for something where uh, mm, you know I really don't know how to word it correctly, but a lot of people were absolutely uh, uh, keeping themselves away from it. And you, from day one, have been supporting it right through positively in saying that, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So kudos to you. That's really, really amazing. So this brings me to ask you, you were there on so many of various of these news channels, and there are so many debates happening. There's so much of screaming happening sometimes. There's so much of shouting happening sometimes. But yet you keep yourself cool, and your point which you have to get across, you will definitely get that point across. So, and it's really great. And I've never seen you getting deterred or getting shaken up and all. So uh, tell us how you maintain that.
see, the key behind all of this, I would say, is to focus on the task at hand, because
True.
we have to be multitasking. Uh,
Yeah.
as a woman, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, or as anybody who wants to do anything in life, I
Mm,
think one has to know how to multitask. And
right.
multitasking, the key to multitasking would always be to focus on what is on hand. Because
Right.
for example, like I told you, I have a debate at 7 o'clock. All right. But if I keep thinking about what I'm going to speak at that debate at 7 o'clock, then I will not be able to converse with you well.
Correct.
And
Right. Right.
before this, I was on NewsX. So when
Yeah.
I was there, if I would have been thinking about this talk, then I wouldn't
Yeah.
have been
Then
able
you.
to get across.
True. The attention.
Yeah.
True.
So I have to focus on what is on hand. And
True.
I always, say in my motivational talks also, whenever I am,
Right.
like as a life coach also, whenever I speak with anybody, I tell them
Right.
that, you have to have the balance of mind. That is what matters. Oh,
Right.
thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Joshi.
There are.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Yeah. There are a whole lot of
Good
people who
to,
have joined us.
ah,
It's really wonderful to see all of them, and very sweet of them to always support all my
yeah,
talk shows. So I very very thankful to them, uh, and of course
you're,
seeing the wonderful Raj Lakshmi out here, and the wonderful sharing that you're doing. They are all enjoying it. The wonderful insights that you're giving us, Raj Lakshmi. So this brings me to the wonderful work that you are doing with the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Abhiyan, and you're the district convener for it. So do tell us more about it, please.
okay. I would definitely like to mention here that, any of my this my step towards, say, a political party or getting involved in any of this was
Right,
because of the initiative of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao. Okay,
right,
like I was always somebody who was into social activities, and I was definitely vocal about everything and all, and I was writing a lot, and all of that was there.
yeah,
But then I was never actually associated with any political party as such before that.
hmm
But then
hmm
when uh, you know along with my daughter, when I saw that, especially, say, there was a lot of lack of sanitation, etc., in
yes,
schools and colleges, and there were a lot
correct,
of things that needed to be done. So, and I have always been someone who never can depend, or think about someone else who might be able to do that. So I would
correct,
rather take an initiative and try to give the best of it. So then I
correct,
decided to become a part of this thing, and that is why I thought of getting into this abhiyan about this Beti Bachao
super,
Beti Padhao. And I think, that that small thought, that has definitely it has helped me look into much bigger issues connected with Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, because then
right,
I went a little deeper into understanding the data, the statistics, and the kind of imbalance between, the gender inequality,
yes,
in the
yes,
not just in terms of the way people are treated, but also in,
right,
the number. They're like absolutely shocking. And
right,
like, since we don't have too much time, so I would not get too much into that data. But then
right,
there's this misconception among people where they
mhm,
think that this is something that it may be an issue in uneducated states, and and that cities, urban cities, and
right,
especially Mumbai, places like Mumbai may
mm,
not be suffering. But you'll be shocked to know that in Mumbai, it is, I would say, if you look at the number of states, how many
right,
states we have in our country. So among those number of states, Maharashtra ranks
right,
22nd.
second,
22nd. And in those, and we are a number 22nd, which is a poor
mm,
ranking, I would say. We are not at the top. We are at the number
yeah,
22nd. And within
right,
that, Mumbai is the worst. The
mm,
numbers are the worst in Mumbai. Yes. That is
oh
because
God,
people have more access to, testing. They have more access
right,
to technology
right,
that can help in, female feticide. And
right,
it is, we have this misconception that education is going to give equality. No, it is not so.
right,
It
right,
is that,
mm,
it is easier for people to get rid of their female fetuses. That is how it is. So we have to
mm,
have this huge shift in how, society treats women. And as till the time as when, women become self sufficient, they don't be
True.
dependent on men for any matter. Till that time, till
Absolutely.
so till that time, obviously, society will keep looking at women as a burden. So every
Hmm.
family, if they start looking at a girl child as a burden, so who will want a burden? But if you look at a
Yeah.
daughter, you look at a daughter as an asset, then everyone
Hmm.
will want an asset. So,
Yes. Absolutely.
so when you start looking at, in our culture, where
Hmm.
Beti is supposed to be looked upon as Lakshmi, there.
Lakshmi. Correct.
So how did we reach from a Lakshmi, being a Lakshmi, to becoming a Boj in the family? So,
Yeah.
I think that, till, that thing has to come where, a Beti
True.
has to be looked upon, and she herself has to feel that she is an asset and not a liability. And even the parents should feel that, she's not a burden. So till that
Yes.
time, I think, we are going to have to keep coming up with these initiatives, and we'll have to
Yes.
treat it as strongly and with as much seriousness as we, look upon education for our children. See,
Correct.
we need to educate our sons as to how to treat their friends, or their wives, or
Yeah.
their sisters, their mothers. So it all starts from there.
That.
So
Yes. Yes.
if you
Yes.
start teaching your son now, maybe in the next
Right.
20 years we will have a better society.
Absolutely.
That is how it.
Very amazing. I totally agree with you with all your thinking, Rajalakshmi. Very, very true. Oh, we too have been working with a whole lot of uh, the underdeserving communities, and we see them, especially the women, and we see that, even when they have to have a discussion about, because we've been working on menstrual hygiene workshops, and we've been working on financial literacy workshops, and we've seen that, when especially when a thing comes up, they don't even want to discuss it, after a point, they just want to leave it there. So they just, and at the same time, the same women, if you teach them a skill, with the skill development that we have been doing with Don Bosco Development Society has been doing for them. I mean, today they have all become full-fledged entrepreneurs. So it's wonderful to see that in them, how wonderfully they bloom. They just need that little bit of support and little bit of push, and just that a little bit of hand holding they require, in the beginning, that, yeah, there is somebody there, or they need to learn a skill, and, once they know that this is their skill and they can really work on it, and today they have become full-fledged entrepreneurs, Rajlakshmi. So I totally agree with you. Absolutely, all what you said is absolutely 1,000% absolutely right. I completely salute you. So, uh, because we are running short of time, I mean, there is so much more to talk to you. So we need to have an entire session with you, especially about the wonderful talks that you have given at TEDx, and you being a motivational speaker. You've really been doing a fantastic job where that is concerned. So there's lots more to talk. So we are going to invite you all over again, Raj Lakshmi, because we will need an entire session with you.
It will be my pleasure, because someone as inspiring as you, as
Oh,
yeah, like the kind of work that you've been doing. So you've been empowering yourself. So
thank you so much.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always, for me, I feel so happy whenever a woman is doing well for herself. I feel so elated. I feel so excited. I said, wow, that's why I say that when I open, when I, when you're flipping through the news channels, and one thing I really admire about you, you'll always send a message, today I'm on Republic, or today I'm going to be on this channel, and you feel so excited, can relate to, then okay, she's somebody who I know, and she's somebody who's voicing out her opinion, voicing out her thoughts, voicing out exactly what she knows about the subject, and a subject which she has thoroughly researched about. And it's great to know that. It's a great feeling to know that. So on that note, Rajlakshmi, we will really, really, I'm really extremely thankful to you that you came on my talk show. And even though our network was really, really telling us no,
Yeah,
no, no,
really.
yeah, we fought against the network and we
Yeah,
saw to it that we had the show today. So
yes,
kudos to woman power, kudos to
yeah,
womanhood. We are all proud of being women out here, and there are a whole lot of women out here. But I always say that the word woman has man in it. So I give equal importance to a man as much as I would give to a woman, because in my life,
yes.
my husband has been my biggest pillar of strength. That's Vivek Mendonca. So totally believe in that. So it was great. This conversation was great, Rajlakshmi. Thank you once
Yes,
again. I
yes,
thank
the
all
feeling is
my viewers. I thank all our viewers who very sweetly joined us right from Mahesh Joshi, Sumit Tiwari, Khushbu Chotalia. We have Sangeeta Kamath, Dr. Prachi Ambolkar, and Dev Agniotri had joined, and we've got a whole lot more people. I'm sorry if I've not taken anyone's name. Apologies to you, but thank you. Really heartfelt thanks that you've joined us in supporting Tete. And before I go, as I always say, please be positive and stay safe. Take all the precautions. We are yet, the corona is not gone, it's yet very much there. So please be
yes,
cautious. And as
yes.
I always say, in each and every of my episode, all you wonderful people out there, if there is something bothering you, please don't keep it bottled up within you. Go and
Yes.
talk to a friend who you trust, or a family member who you trust, your inner circle, anyone. Please go and discuss that issue with them, because you never know. See, keeping it bottled up inside you, you're not going to get anything. You're just going to fall more ill. Why play with
Yes.
your health? Instead, discuss it, talk about it, and you never know. You may be solving somebody else's issue, because that may be somebody else's problem too. So why not help that other person? So,
And so it's a two-way thing that
yes,
we have to be able to reach out to somebody, and at the same time, if we feel that somebody is in the need for a small helping hand, it's always nice to be kind. So if we see that someone is maybe feeling looking a little low or a little off, we could just simply ask and actually
yes,
listen to what they're saying, because sometimes we just
true.
ask how are you, but we don't
Yeah,
actually wait to see what exactly they are trying to convey. So
right,
sometimes people do convey, but then
right.
and then we later say that he should have told us, or she should have told us.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
But
true.
yeah, so we should be a little more empathetic, and
Absolutely.
that is the need of the day.
Right.
So
Yes, thank you. Thank you
thank
so
you
much for
so
that.
much.
Really, that was
Yeah,
this was a fantastic tete-a-tete with you, Rajlakshmi. Totally enjoyed. On that note, we shall say bye-bye to everybody. Have a fantastic and great evening ahead. Please,
uh,
Rajlakshmi Kameshwar Joshi is available on all social media handles. Please go and talk to her if you have any issues, anything that you need to talk. Especially, she's a political analyst, so you can always discuss issues. If you see on her, she's always posting of what topic she's going to talk on which news channel, and I'm sure we can all support her. And there's the amazing things can happen if we keep on supporting each other and be there for one another. So on that note, bye bye, take care, god bless, and please, before going, do go
thank you so
and
much.
visit my YouTube channel, Dr. Suhani Mandonson. Please do like, share, comment, and
Yes,
subscribe. Bye bye. God bless. See you.
bye,
Bye bye. Bye, Raj Lakshmi. Bye bye. God
bye,
bless.
bye.